Imagine this. You're strolling through a bizarre, topsy-turvy world, and suddenly you spot something odd. Not your average toilet. Not even a fancy golden throne. Nope, it's an oilet. And for one man, discovering this oilet is about to flip his world upside down. He leans in, curiosity getting the better of him. The oilet seems to hum with energy, almost inviting him closer. Little does he know, oily toilets are appearing everywhere, but this one is special. Suddenly, his stomach rumbles, hard. Not the usual kind of rumble. Out of nowhere, boom! His stomach explodes. But instead of chaos, dozens of tiny oilets shoot out, like wild little geysers, splattering across the room. Each oilet slips and slides across the floor, glistening like oily jelly beans. Now he's sitting in a puddle of oily toilets, completely bewildered and oddly impressed. What just happened? As he looks down, he starts to wonder, could there be a city inside his stomach? Maybe his breakfast pancakes and lunch sandwiches are living there, building a world of their own. He imagines his food, alive and bustling, turning his insides into a miniature metropolis. Did the oilet just unlock a new superpower? Or is this just the beginning of a much weirder adventure? One thing's for sure, his stomach will never be the same. Welcome to the city inside, where breakfast lives on and oilets rule the streets. Just when you think things can't get any weirder in Oilet City, look up, way, way up, because something's streaking through the sky, and it's definitely not a shooting star. Picture this, a giant flaming meteor hurtling straight toward Earth like it's late for the weirdest party ever. The sky glows electric orange, casting wild shadows over our oily chaos below. Stock footage flashes, a meteor blazes across the atmosphere, leaving a tail that sizzles like a sparkler on super speed. And then, boom! The meteor slams into the ground with a thunderous kaboom, sending shockwaves rippling across the landscape. The oily toilets bounce and spin, launching into the air like slippery fireworks. The ground shakes, cartoon style, wiggling like a gelatin dessert at a birthday bash. Cut to explosions of color, close-ups of shocked cartoon faces, and glistening bits of oilet flying everywhere. But wait, what's this? Instead of destruction, the meteor cracks open like a cosmic piñata, spilling out mysterious, shimmering goo. It oozes and twirls, mixing with the oily puddles already covering the ground. Suddenly, new life begins to bubble up, tiny alien creatures with wobbly eyes and oil-dripping feet. They hop from oilet to oilet, turning the scene into an intergalactic slip and slide. Now, our city isn't just weird, it's a playground for space slimes and toilet geysers. The laws of nature? Officially out the window. So next time you spot a meteor heading your way, don't panic. Grab your rubber boots and get ready for the wildest, wobbliest afterparty in the universe. Stay tuned because in Oilet City, the only rule is, expect the unexpected. Just when you thought Oilet City couldn't get any stranger, a man's eye pops right out of his head. But this isn't your average cartoon mishap. No, this eye grows and grows, morphing into a monstrous, writhing orb that starts gobbling up unsuspecting humans like popcorn. Its path of chaos rockets skyward, launching itself all the way to the moon, where it unleashes a wave of pure, skibidi toilet madness. Suddenly, reality unravels. A swirling portal bursts open in the sky. Through it, we tumble into the skibidi coilet dimension, a surreal universe crafted entirely from coiled toilets, towering toilet monoliths, and bizarre giggling toilet creatures. The ground squishes underfoot, and everywhere you look, toilet seats snap open and closed like hungry mouths. People are sucked into this porcelain vortex, only to discover the terrifying truth. The oilets aren't just plumbing gone wild. They're alien overlords, plotting their slippery conquest. With a cosmic flush, the oilets invade Earth, rolling down city streets, slurping up resistance, and establishing a bizarre toilet-themed reign. Now, the world is ruled by the oilets, and every day is a swirl of chaos, comedy, and the eternal threat of being flushed into another dimension. So next time you see a rogue eyeball or hear the distant gurgle of a toilet, remember, in Oilet City, you're never more than one flush away from interdimensional madness. Just when the oilet-fueled madness seemed to reach its peak, a new chapter unfolds. Meet Jay, a regular guy with a knack for heroics. When his friend slips off a speeding train, Jay leaps to the rescue. But fate has other plans. He skids, slips, and crash, gets bonked by the very same train. But this is no ordinary train. With a screech, it barrels through a shimmering school of cosmic fish, blazes across endless deserts, and thunders over rolling plains. The scenery twists. Whole towns flip sideways and get scooped into a gigantic metallic box, as if reality itself is being packed away for shipping. Meanwhile, Leo and Jack, two fearless explorers, dive headfirst into the swirling chaos of the Skibidi and Oilet's dimension. Suddenly, the sky erupts with giant flying eyeballs everywhere. The chaos reaches overload as the screen bursts with a wild stampede black dogs, Oilets, enormous eyes, and even a blue dinosaur storm across, completely covering everything in sight. Then, just as quickly as it began, everything vanishes. The screen clears, the madness subsides, until a mysterious figure named Raycobe appears, settling onto a solitary chocolate Pringle crumb. With a cosmic leap, Raycobe launches himself straight into the universe, his voice echoing across dimensions. USA, I will oil your oilets to make the oilet. And with that, the legend of Oilet City grows ever stranger. In this world, every flush, every crumb, and every cosmic scream could be the start of a new adventure. Stay tuned, because in Oilet City, the next flush is always the wildest yet. Just when peace seemed possible, a shadow returns. Plop is back. 5 years ago, when the world teetered on the brink of madness, Plop was one of the unlikely heroes who helped save the day. But now, he wanders alone, his black cape billowing, red eyes burning with anger and regret. He misses his old friends, Salmon, the Skibidi crew, but the weight of rumors follows him everywhere. Whispers echo that Plop himself caused the original Earth to explode. Clutching a vial of the dreaded oily poo virus, Plop's mind is set on revenge. This new Earth, twisted and strange, disgusts him. In the dark corners of Oilet City, he hatches a plan: capture the barefoot kids who represent the last sparks of hope. One by one, he traps them, his eyes cold and unfeeling. But Plop's true weapon is his army of moilets, lab-grown toilets with snapping lids and gnashing hunger. Released into the streets, these monstrous moilets chase down anyone in their path, ready to consume everything and everyone. Panic spreads as Oilet City faces a new nightmare, and the legend of Plop's revenge sends shockwaves through the wild world of Oilets and Skibidi chaos. Will anyone be able to stop Plop and his moilets before the next cosmic flush? Stay tuned. The city trembles under the rampage of the moilets, but in the chaos, one figure slips through the shadows: Raycobe, battered but unbroken. He survived the cosmic madness, the Skibidi invasions, and the terror of Plop's moilets. Now, guided by a faint signal and sheer determination, he finds himself at the threshold of Plop's secret lair. The corridor is a gauntlet of twisted metal and snapping toilet lid traps. Raycobe ducks, dodges, and weaves through the dangers, breath held, heart pounding. At the end of the corridor, a dim green glow pulses from a hidden data terminal. Raycobe's hands tremble as he activates the screen. Lines of code flicker, then a chilling message appears. Plop's final confession. It's time to destroy this Earth, just so people can learn that they are not the controllers of Earth. The rumors were true. All along, Plop had planned this apocalypse. Raycobe's voice is urgent as he grabs his radio. This is Raycobe. Plop is behind it all. He means to destroy everything. Suddenly, the screen flickers, static crackles, and footsteps echo behind him. A shadow looms. Plop has found him. The transmission cuts to static, leaving only silence and the city's distant screams. Will Raycobe's warning reach anyone in time, or is this truly the end for Oilet City? As Raycobe's last transmission fades into static, Plop makes his next move. Deep within his lair, Plop activates a sinister plan 5 years in the making: the oily poo virus. Once a dormant threat, this mutated virus now oozes through the city's pipes and vents, seeking a new host. But for 5 long years, not a single human has fallen to its infection. Yet. Above ground, chaos erupts. Moilets, mechanical minions of Plop, deploy worldwide, sealing off entire neighborhoods and trapping terrified citizens. Around Plop's stronghold, clouds of toxic gas billow, creating a deadly barrier only Plop himself can survive. Meanwhile, Salmon and the Skibidi crew watch the world unravel from their hidden vantage point. Torn between loyalty to their longtime friend Plop and the innocent people of Oilet City, they face an agonizing choice. Whose side are they really on? The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and trust is running out fast. As the Oilet Poo virus spreads and the toxic fog thickens, alliances fracture and heroes falter. In the shadows, Salmon must decide, stand with Plop, or save humanity from total destruction. As dawn breaks over a battered Oilet city, the air is thick with sorrow and betrayal. Salmon and the Skibidi crew, their faces streaked with tears, huddle together. They were the ones who set Plop free. Salmon, once the kindest soul in the city, now torn apart by guilt. Their hearts ache as they side with Plop, but deep down, a secret plan brews. They will never truly help him. The world outside is collapsing, and trust is as rare as hope. Then a chill sweeps across the land. Every eye turns skyward. The moon, so familiar, so silent, begins to pulse with an eerie, unnatural light. Strange signals flicker from its surface, twisting through the clouds. Suddenly, the moon shudders. A giant, gaping hole bursts open. An eye, black and endless. Then another. The moon now stares back at Earth, its void-like eyes locking onto every soul below. Panic erupts. Plop, usually unfazed, trembles in his lair. Even the Moilays freeze. No one knows what lurks behind those empty eyes, until the unthinkable happens. The moon splits, forming a monstrous mouth filled with razor-sharp teeth. It begins to move, drifting closer and closer to Earth. The world holds its breath. And then, with a deafening roar, the moon crashes, not onto Oilet City but somewhere far away. The shockwave tears through continents, annihilating half of humanity in an instant. Buildings crumble, oceans heave, and the sky burns red. Half buried in the earth, the moon is now part of the planet, a colossal face looming over the ruins. Slowly, impossibly, it stirs. The moon wakes up. Its eyes glow brighter, and its mouth stretches into a grin that chills every living being to the core. The night of 1,000 eyes has begun, and as the survivors struggle to comprehend the nightmare, one thing is certain: nothing will ever be the same again. As the dust settles, the monstrous face of the moon slowly fades, its eyes and mouth dissolving into the scarred surface of the earth. What was once a threat now lies dormant, buried deep within the planet's crust. In the shattered remains of Oilet City, survivors, led by Plop and the resilient citizens, begin the painstaking process of rebuilding. But every step forward is haunted by the memory of the moon's terrifying gaze. The world is quieter now, but a strange, uneasy silence blankets the land. Even as buildings rise and hope flickers, whispers echo beneath the crater where the moon now rests. Shadows move where light cannot reach, and the ground itself trembles with secrets yet to be revealed. For Plop and his allies, the sense of victory is fleeting. The cosmic threats that nearly ended everything seem to have only just begun. Somewhere in the darkness, forces beyond comprehension are stirring, watching and waiting. The survivors look to the horizon, knowing that the next chapter will bring even stranger mysteries, and perhaps their greatest challenge yet. As Oilet City and Plop attempted to rebuild, the cosmic threats facing our existence appear to be far from over. 5 years have passed since the entity saved mankind from the Oilet Poo virus and rebuilt Earth 2 from its ashes. Side by side with the survivors, he helped restore Oilet City, its skyline rising from the ruins. But in the shadows of hope, the memory of the eye, once popped from a man's socket and lost to space, lingered like an unsolved riddle. Now, astronomers spot a new threat on the edge of our solar system. At first, it's just a dark, distant sphere, but as telescopes zoom in, the world gasps. The planet is a colossal, living eyeball. Its white, cloudy atmosphere swirls around a glowing iris, its gaze as wide as a continent. The watching planet has arrived. It opens and closes slowly, sending massive gravity waves rippling through space. Each time the eye stares at Earth, reality bends. Electronics flicker and die. People everywhere shudder, feeling the weight of its gaze. Storms twist into spiral shapes, mirroring the iris in the sky. Sometimes it blinks, unleashing a burst of cosmic energy, a beam that sears the void. Then comes disaster. The first blink. The eye opens wide, and the world trembles. Earthquakes shatter cities across the globe. The red iris. Its iris glows blood red, and lightning storms rage, crackling across continents. The tears of space. From the eye's rim, giant glowing tears fall, streaking through the atmosphere as meteors, hammering the ground with every impact. And finally, the full stare. The eye locks onto Earth, its gravity pulling our planet closer, as if inviting us into its vision or its nightmare. As the world teeters on the edge, the entity, Plop, and the survivors realize the true cosmic threat has only just revealed itself. And this time, the universe is watching. Will Earth survive the gaze of the watching planet? 2 years after the sky opened its eye, humanity stands battered, but not broken. The watching planet's gaze left scars across the world, but hope flickered in the darkness. In a desperate bid for survival, the last engineers and scientists constructed the Planet Destroyer, a weapon meant for a single, irreversible strike. With trembling hands and silent prayers, they launched it into the void, targeting the monstrous eyeball that haunted their nights. The world held its breath as the beam soared through space. But just before impact, reality twisted. A portal tore open in the black, and from its swirling depths, a colossal glowing red hand emerged. Effortlessly, it caught the beam, saving the watching planet from destruction. Panic erupted. The eye drifted closer, its gaze burning through the clouds. Amid chaos, Plop scrambled to open a portal to the Skibidi toilet dimension, but the air fizzled and collapsed. All seemed lost, until Rakob, ever the experimenter, revealed his secret, the oil dimension. He flung open a gateway to a realm of endless oilets and slick black ground. There was no time to hesitate. Humanity dove through, leaving behind their shattered world, except for 7 unfortunates who missed the portal and vanished in the final light. As the watching planet's eye unleashed its beam, Earth was obliterated in a flash. In the aftermath, one of the last survivors, a test subject, sent a chilling radio message: the eye could turn invisible at will. In the oil dimension, survivors pieced together memories of the first explosion, when Plop had saved them. One recalled, with a shudder, seeing a massive eyeball through the smoke, dismissed as a hallucination. Now, Earth is gone. The survivors, stranded in a world of endless oil and shadow, look to the entity. Silent and patient, he begins to plan, to rebuild, to resist, and to face whatever cosmic gaze comes next. For the universe is still watching, and this story is far from over.